Hi everyone, Tatjana here from WDW Magazine. This month's issue of WDW Magazine is all about snacks at Walt Disney World. Yay! One of my very, very favorite topics, and if you're a foodie like me, it's one of your very favorite topics too. But we didn't want to leave out those health-conscious individuals or anybody watching their waistline or who has an allergy or who follows a specific diet. So today I'm going to be talking to you guys about my 5 favorite healthy snacks that you can find at Walt Disney World. Stay tuned to the end of the video because I will also be sharing with you a couple of my favorite tips for staying fit at Walt Disney World. So let's jump right in. My top 5 favorite healthy snacks at Walt Disney World. Number 1. Edamame. Edamame you can find in 2 different locations. The first is at Epcot. This is in the Japan Pavilion right outside. Before you enter the Japan Pavilion, there is a little booth that is actually, I believe it's called the Kabuki Cafe. I think it's the Kabuki Cafe. So you can find edamame there, and they're really delicious. They come sprinkled with a little bit of salt, really high in fiber and high in protein, so a really good snack for you to keep you on the go during your day. You can also find edamame at Animal Kingdom. They are at a booth called the Caravan Road, and this is sort of next to where Flight of Wonder used to be. So it's just across from Discovery Island. And you can find edamame there too. So those are your 2 locations. My second healthy snack option is the Dole Whip. The Dole Whip, who knew? It's actually pretty healthy. This is a gluten-free and vegan treat. So if you are looking for something that is delicious and creamy like ice cream, but you don't want all of the calories or the non-veganness of ice cream, you can go for a Dole Whip. It's actually really low in fat. It's sort of like the frozen yogurt version of ice cream, but without the yogurt because it's vegan. So that's actually a really, really great option for those that are watching their waistline. My number 3 tip is back over in Epcot in the Japan Pavilion. Again, I believe these are also at the Kabuki Cafe, unless there are 2 booths that are right next to each other that serve different things. But it is in the Japan Pavilion right outside at the front, and it is Kakeguori. Kakeguori is a shaved ice treat that is very popular in Japan. It comes in a cup, and it is really, really finely shaved ice, so it becomes sort of like the texture of a slushie almost, but you eat it with a spoon. And you can choose what kind of syrup you want put on top. It comes in different colors and flavors, but it's pretty fruity, and it's a nice kind of cooling, refreshing treat to have on a hot Florida day. This is also a vegan, gluten-free treat. Who knew? But I do want to point out that if you decide to get the milk topping that comes with it, you can opt for this milk topping. It is not going to be vegan, obviously, because milk is not vegan, and it is less health conscious because you will be adding extra sugar, extra fat with that milk topping. So I would stay away from that. My number 4 healthy treat is, it's called a outshine fruit bar. These are packaged treats. They're branded, and I found them in Animal Kingdom in the Avatar World of Pandora, Pandora World of Avatar, excuse me. There's a lot of Disney in my brain. But they are actually at this little stand or cart that is right outside of the entrance for Navi River Journey, and comes in a couple of different flavors. I had the coconut flavor, but it's essentially a fruit popsicle. And it was delicious, super delicious. They're only 120 calories, really low in fat, and they've got some protein in them too, and they're gluten-free. Not vegan, they do have cream in them, but they're gluten-free, and again, a really good substitution for a gelato or a Mickey bar, even though those are really delicious too. My number 5 treat is at Disney Springs. It's the Polite Pig. This is a relatively new quick service location that has lots of really delicious sort of barbecued meats and yummy things like that. But I want you guys to pay attention to their sides menu. They have some really awesome sides that can double as snacks if you are looking for something a little bit lighter. In particular, there are two sides that I really, really love. The first one is a tomato watermelon salad with feta, basil, and pickled onions. Sounds really good, doesn't it? And the second is roasted beets with smoked pecan granola, goat cheese, yogurt, and oranges. Yum. So both of these things are sort of salty, savory, but also sweet, fruity sides that, again, really, really great for a refreshing snack on a hot, hot, sunny day. And it's always better to eat lighter in the summer so that you can go in the parks longer. That's what I say. So those are my top 5 healthy snack options. I do have a couple of honorable mentions for you. The first is fruit, fresh fruit. You can find this all over Walt Disney World. Apples, oranges, bananas, grapes, pineapple, strawberries, watermelon. I've found all kinds of fruit all over the place. Most of the quick service locations at your resorts will have these options, and then there are a whole bunch of places in the parks that have these options as well, so I'm going to name one in each park for you. If you're at Hollywood Studios, on Sunset Boulevard there is a stand or cart that is full of all kinds of really fresh produce, and it's actually named Anaheim Produce. So you can find all of those fruits there. The second is at Animal Kingdom in Africa. It's the Harambe Fruit Market. And again, you can find lots of fresh fruit there. I found delicious watermelon there a while back. So the next one, if you're at Magic Kingdom in Liberty Square, at the Liberty Square Market, again, lots of delicious fruit options for you there. And lastly, at Epcot in the Land Pavilion at Sunshine Seasons, this is a great spot for tons of healthy options just because there are so many options in there. But again, you can find all of those fresh fruits there. On top of the fresh fruits, you can also find my other honorable mention, pickles. Pickles, pickles. I love pickles. I keep a jar of pickles in the fridge to stop me from going into the chips because you get that crunchy saltiness. Pro tip for you right there. You can find pickles all over Walt Disney World and definitely in all of the locations that I just mentioned. Another honorable mention goes to veggies and dip. You can find veggies and dip in all those locations that I just mentioned. Really great snack. I'm gonna say this is similar to veggies and dip, hummus and crackers. You can find hummus and crackers in all of those locations as well. So there you go. Those are my top 5 healthy snacks, along with a couple of honorable mentions for you. Don't underestimate the fruit. It's a powerful tool when you're watching your weight. So go ahead and indulge in some of that. I did say that I was going to share a couple of pro tips for you if you're watching your waistline or just trying to stay healthy while you're on your Walt Disney World vacation. So here we go. Pro tip number 1, minimize fatty foods. I know the fatty foods are the most delicious foods, but I promise you'll feel a lot better. Your body will thank you. You'll have more energy. What kinds of fatty foods? You know, the deep fried ones, the funnel cakes, the French fries, the corn dogs, the chicken fingers, chicken tenders, all of that yummy stuff is deep fried, really high in fat, and is just going to slow you down. So you might not be able to conquer all the Magic Kingdom mountains. You might just get a little bit too tired. It has been known to happen. Pro tip number 2. Share. Always share all of your snacks. If you really can't cut that gelato craving, go ahead and get one, but share it. It's always more fun to experience something pleasurable when you get to share it with others anyway, right? Yes, definitely. And my last pro tip, number 3, hydrate. Hydrate, please, please, please. Most people in their daily lives are not hydrated enough. Forget being out in the Florida sun at Walt Disney World. Even if you're just sitting at the office all day, you're probably not hydrated enough. So please hydrate if you're going to be at Walt Disney World. Water is free. You can get ice water. You can get hot water if it's a cold day. But any cast member will be happy to get you some water. Keep a bottle with you that you can refill. It will also help you stop snacking as much if you're hydrated. You won't get those cravings for, I feel like I need something. Ooh, that ice cream looks good. You won't get that as often if you're well hydrated because your body's not sending you those cues to get me something with liquid, get me something with liquid. So there you go. Those are my 3 extra tips for you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and be sure to subscribe to our channel. We have tons more awesome content coming your way. And we're also on social media, Facebook, Instagram. I'll see you there. Bye.